Hello, new families. Welcome to Black Forest Academy. My name is Jihoon Sa, and I'm one of the guidance counselors. And we have made this onboarding video to explain the course request process so that you know what to expect and know what to do every step of the way. So we're a team of 3. And the only thing you have to remember is who your guidance counselor is. So we divide it by last name. So Mr. Whitty, John Whitty, he has the last names A through G, and below his email. My name is Jihoon Sa, and I have the last names H through M. And Miss Ellie Borer, she has the last names N through Z. So we will be in communication with you from March all the way actually until they graduate, because we are their guidance counselors. So these are the so you only have to remember your guidance counselor. So this video, we're going to cover these 8 things, all the way from BFA course list to all the way to frequently asked questions about course request. So BFA courses. On this BFA website link, you will find the course list, and it looks like this, and you'll have the new school year on the top right. So just to explain how this document works, so obviously on the left you'll see all the courses by subject category. After that you'll see credit, so 0.5 or 1. There's only 2 types of credit at BFA, so 0.5 or 1. And then on the right you'll see a grade level. So some courses are only for grade 9, some are only for grade 10, some are mixed, some are from 10 through 12. So that's what you want to look at. The other thing you want to look at is the legend. So on the left, if there's a plus sign, that means there's an AP approval process required. So the student needs to fill out a form and they need to be approved. So it's not like you automatically get into these AP courses. So that's the plus sign for all the AP courses. The other ones are the sign with a sharp. So you can see band and choir. These courses mean that it is possible for you to retake the course and still get credit. Okay, so band, choir, and yearbook, I think those are the only 3. And the other one is hard to see, but it's the italicized courses. So here's Korean Studies, AP German. Those courses are not being offered for next school year because of staffing. So that's how you read this document, and it's a double-sided. So if you go to the next page at the back, it has all the BFA graduation requirements. So you can see, in order to graduate from our school, you need 4 years of English, 3 years of social studies, and on, and the total number will come down to 23 credits. If you have some online classes you're considering, we do offer those and dual credit options. You can email us here or at guidance if you have further questions. Course catalog. So the course list only lists the courses, but what if you want to find out more about what this course is about? Hey, I don't know what industrial arts is. Where can I find that information? This is the document where you go to. It's a very, very long document. It looks like this. It's been updated this year, so you can use it, but it's mostly for if you want to look what the courses mean. So there's short paragraph description, and also it'll provide some prerequisites if that course requires it. So for Bible 9, 10, 11, you can see what's the difference between the 4 Bible classes that we offer here at BFA. Another document that is shared with you in our welcome email is the 4-year plan. And basically, this is a document that we keep track of all the courses that you've taken and will take at BFA. In other words, when we send this out to you, we have analyzed your transcripts from your previous school. And we basically do calculate how much credit we're getting in from your previous school. So this is what it looks like and is individualized, and this is shared with the students and parents for view only. So you can see the top is just metadata about the student, and on the left you'll see the grade, the 4 different grade levels. You'll see the course, you'll see how much credit type how much credit it is, uh, how long it takes. So either it's a full year or fall or spring semester. Credit type, is it an English, social studies, and the results, so planned or passed. Because new families are being transferred, you will probably see this as transferring. At the bottom, it auto calculates about the credits that you've taken. So this is a good way just to get a glance of like, oh, what credits you need in order to graduate more, or what credits have you, total credits are you taking per grade level. Now, talking about BFA credits, so this is an American system. So for some families, this is new. So let me go through the BFA credits. And if you already are familiar with the credits, you can just jump ahead and go to the next section if you want to. At BFA, you need 23 credits to graduate. And we tell our students, think of it as a game. You need 23 points to graduate from this place. Now, how do we break this down? So again, the breakdown of those credits are like this. So Bible, you need a 0.5 each year of high school. If it's one credit, it means you're taking it for the full year, fall and spring. So English, you need 4 credits, meaning you're going to be taking all 4 years of English when you're in high school. Language, you need 2. And you can see there's some explanations to what the credit is about on the right. Total, it becomes 23. Now, 1 credit means 2 semesters, so 1 year. 0.5 credit means a half a year, meaning 1 semester. And you can see that on the course list also. So the credit, you'll see a 0.5 and a 1.0. That's how you can tell if it's a year long or a semester long. A student can take 7 maximum credits per year. The minimum is 6 credits per year. Now, here's an example of a student schedule that has 7 credits. And typically, how that counts is the student does not have a study hall in their schedule. So on the left, there's 7 block periods, and each one of them is by letter. So period A through G. And you can see each semester, it's a 0.5 of a credit. So this student in their schedule does not have any study hall. So you can see for A period all the way to G, they're taking a course. So it totals onto 7 credits a year. Here's an example of a student who's taking 6 credits. And I told you this is the minimum, because if many of our students take a study hall, and a study hall is not given a credit. This is how they get the 6 credit. So 6 credit means you have a study hall for the fall and the spring. So again, going back to that table, 7 blocks, 7 periods in the fall and spring. So you can see for G period, this student has a study hall, meaning they don't have any classes. So on the total credits, you can count that it's all 6 credits. Now, it doesn't always have to be G. It could look like this. The student could have the study hall in C period, or they could have it like in the fall, they could have it A period, or in the spring, they could have it E period. So you can see, but the total number of credits here is coming down to 6. Some students might take study hall only 1 semester, and so they will have a total credits of 6.5 their year, right? So it's either in the fall or the spring. Some students say, I need to take it in the spring because I'm going to play soccer, which is a spring sport, so I need more time to study. So that's when they take it. So going back to the table again, this student has a study hall in the spring, and so the G period spring is 0, and so the total number is 6.5. We do recommend new students to have a study hall, but if you're academically inclined, you don't need a study hall. And just to clarify what a study hall is, it's a time during the period of the day where they go to a room and they work on their homework. So it's not, I mean, they do take attendance, but it's not scheduled for a class. It means they can work on anything. So usually students use it to do some homework time. So going back, the maximum credits per year is 7, meaning they don't have any study hall. The minimum is 6, or it could be a 6.5. depending on if you have a study hall for your full year or just one semester. Now, question is, can my child still graduate with 6 credits a year? The answer is yes. So if you look at if they take 6 credits every year, which is the minimum, and they have a study hall, so that's 4 years of 6 credits equals to 24. So it'll be the minimum credits earned at BFA, and our graduation requirement is 23. So yes, they will be able to graduate with 6 credits a year. I want to explain the BFA class schedule, or you could call it the Bell schedule. So in one day, there are 6 classes, and this is the Bell schedule. So you can see day one, Monday, there is 6, A, B, C, D, E, F. So those are 6 periods a day. And then you drop the G period. So every day a period gets dropped. And so you can see every day it's a slightly different schedule. So there are 4 hours of course in a week. So A period, there's 4 times you meet as a class. So for A period, there's no classes on Tuesday, so you only meet Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. So if you look at, this is a sample schedule of a student. So you can see if I'm taking Bible 12, I'm gonna be meeting 4 times instead of 5. So you can see Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday, but no Bible on Thursday. So this is how our schedule works. So this is a view of the PowerSchool, so you can see the class, the teacher's name, and the room number and what time they're meeting. A frequently asked question is, what is Access during the Bell schedule? So Access is actually an unscheduled time where students could go to a teacher and get extra help if they need to. Or sometimes teacher actually advises their student, hey, come see me during Access so that they could get more help with an assignment or a project. Sometimes if they have missed a class or they were out, they could use this time to take a test if they've missed something. Or sometimes they actually use it to come see their guidance counselors for any questions. So it's an unscheduled time for 30 minutes after classes are done, and it's 3 times a day, Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday, and basically to make up work or to get extra help. The next question is, what is advisory? So every Tuesday for 30 minutes, there is the time called advisory, and this is basically a time where they meet with their class cohort in smaller groups, and they go through various topics like life learning skills, emotional learning skills. Sometimes they'll go through, like, how to do email, or they might talk about bullying, or so different topics with teachers in a small group setting from like 12 to maybe 15 students. However, the senior class, they have this time as senior seminar where they meet with the guidance counselors to prep them for post BFA plans. So that's every Tuesday. Everyone goes to it, and yes, it is a mandatory session. Question is, what is enrichment? So enrichment happens on Friday, and you can see the Access, advisory, and enrichment happens all at the same time every day. And this is, you can think of it as a club. So you sign up for a quarter, so which is 8 to 9 weeks, and it's basically something that you're interested. There's enrichment like chess, or how to do makeup, or how to do hair. Or I know a very popular enrichment which was about taking naps. Yes, you take naps during re-enrichment. So anything that the student interested that they want to do can be a part of it. There's a sign-up form before the quarter ends. So that is what enrichment is. Something about PowerSchool. So this is our student information system. This is where students can check their schedule and their grades and their assignments. And this is actually given to students and also parents. So I'm not sure when this will be, when the new student account will be created, but it will be sometime late spring or during the summer. Just a sample schedule I showed you earlier. They can look at this and kind of go to where their classes are. I'm sure there'll be more other pages of how to see their grades and assignments that teachers give. Now, the important part is the course request process. It's a long process and there's a lot of steps. And so it is important for families to check this video. Hopefully, I'm giving you a very good guide so that no families are lost in this process. I just want to first go with a timeline. So this will give you an idea of when to finish the course request process so that you're not late to be enrolled in the classes. So I just want to talk about our BFA calendar first. Our next big, I guess, event is spring break from 22nd March to 6th April. Guidance will not be checking email during this time, so you'll not get a response from us. Our graduation is 13th of June, and after that, a couple of days later, we will be on summer break. So, knowing that we'll be on summer break, communication will be slower. So we hope to finish the process before this time. In August 26th, that will be the new family orientation. That's when we'll see you in person. And then the next day after that will be the first day of school at BFA. New family timeline. So we are currently sending this out on the first week of March. And for all new families, March 19th, which is a couple of days before our spring break, is the deadline for course request, which will be, which I'll explain later. And AP readiness evals are due by March 19th. So please mark that on your calendar. April 7th, this is after we come back from our spring break. Math and foreign language readiness evals are sent because we are not releasing these two evaluations because the teachers have made the call of they want the students to cover more material. So that's like, if we're contacting you first week of March, that's about a month worth of content. So we want the students to cover as much and then be tested instead of testing like in March. Once you receive those evals for math and foreign language, you will have 5 days to complete the readiness evals. I know this is short, but for us to move on with the process, we would like to receive them in a 5-day window. If you can't make it, obviously communicate with your guidance counselors. Like if you're traveling and don't have access to Wi-Fi or computer, you can always ask for extension. But we do want those evaluations be submitted by the 11th. April 30th, end of April, the new students will receive their BFA emails, and I'll tell you why this is important. And then on May 6th, if you are taking AP, have registered for AP courses, your placement will be announced on this day. So just to highlight, 2 deadlines you need to keep in mind. March 19th, your course request and AP readiness evals are due. After that, in April 11th, that's when your math and foreign language readiness evals are due. All right. If you are a new family that's been admitted after this March date, we will give new families 5 days of receiving the welcome email from guidance to complete all of this process. Right. All right. So what are the 5 steps of the course request? So the step 1 is make your course request. And this is a Google form and it's different by grade level. So here's what it looks like. If you're grade 9, you're probably going to get this yellow thing. And pretty much the form lays out what courses you are required to take versus what courses you are able to select. So the lower the grade, the more required courses. The upper the grade, the more options you have of choosing. So these are by grade level, so please note that. Please pay attention to what forms you're getting. Before you make the course request, we recommend you to check these 3 documents. The first one is a 4-year plan, which we have laid out the credits that we're transferring from your previous school. All right. So first, you need to approve that of saying, okay, I think we agree on it. And then if you agree on it, then you can start making the next step. So the 4-year plan is the first document that you want to review. And this is the first document that actually we send you in our welcome email. So please review that carefully. See if it reflects the credits that you've taken from your previous school. The next one is, okay, look at what courses are available for next year. So look at the course list. And if you need more explanation, the academic planning guide or course catalog is a great document. Now it's a long document, so you don't have to go through it all, but you can just control and search for the keywords that you're looking for. So these are the 3 documents that we want you to check before you start making course requests. Just a note about the math placement. So in the course request form that guidance sends out, you will not have the option to select a math course. There'll be a math progression chart, but not a math drop-down menu. This is because every new student coming to BFA will take a math readiness eval, which is basically for a test to give you a math placement. And the math department reviews your test and your personal information and probably your past math grades. And they're going to inform us about where to place you in math. So just to let you know that math placement is decided by the math department, and the readiness evaluation, which will be sent out on April 7th, is what you want to complete as soon as possible when you get it. And here's the math course track that BFA recommends. So a standard track for grade 9, right? And a grade 10, 11, and 12. Now, if you think that you need to go into a higher math, the math readiness evaluation, there's some information that you could input to show that, hey, I think my child or my child has to be in this math track, and the math department will look at that and consider it. For science course track, this is a standard track for our science courses at BFA. So you can see, please note that if you want to take chemistry, you do need to be at a certain level of math. If you want to take AP physics, you need to have completed algebra 2. So that's what you want to look at when you're looking at the course catalog. So there's more detailed information on that document. Please know that the course request forms are due on March 19th, Wednesday. Step 2, after you've filled out the form, your next step is to take readiness evaluations. Now, there's 3 types of evaluations that we give. The first is the math, the second is language, and the third is AP courses. Let me go through each one. So the math eval, this is for everyone. Every new student coming to BFA has to take this. And again, this is our standard math track course. If you think you want to accelerate, that's something that you want to show interest or input in the math readiness form so that you can be considered for it. Again, on the guidance course request, you will not have a drop down, but on the math department readiness evaluation, which is sent out in April, you will have a drop down menu of like what you think your next math course should be. Now, because each country and school might have different math titles, so that might be tricky, but do your best guess. This is what it looks like for the math readiness. So again, it's a 5-page. I've asked people, it will take about, I think I have time, 60 minutes to fill it out. So some personal information, okay? Some math background you need to share with the math department. And here's the BFA readiness evaluation. So which math class are you requesting for next year? So is it math 1, 2, algebra, pre-calc, AP stats, calculus? It'll take you about 60 minutes. So do mark it on your calendar of when you need to take this, but you will have a 5-day window to finish this evaluations. It'll be sent on you on April 7th, and it'll be due on that Friday on the 11th. Language evaluations. Now, this is only applicable if you are requesting a language level 2 or higher. So if you're doing Spanish 1, you do not need to fill this out. But if you're saying, I've learned some Spanish, I want to go into level 2, then you need to take this language eval. Or if you think that you need to go to level 3 language course, or maybe maybe even an AP. Okay, so this is what it looks like. We only have three. We only have three language that's being offered at BFA: Spanish, German, and French. And again, the foreign language evaluations are sent with the math on April 7th, and it's due on April 11th, that Friday. AP evaluations. So this is something, so AP stands for Advanced Placement. If a student desires a higher level course and wants to take the AP exam, they can sign up for an AP course next year. And to look at what AP courses were being offered, you can look at the BFA course list. And it's an evaluation, basically a registration form. So this is what it looks like. Please note that here on the form on the first page, if you're a new student entering BFA, did you watch the AP introduction videos on the AP process page? So you need to click yes for this because you need to watch the video before you fill out the form. And the AP process page looks like this. The teachers who are teaching the course next year, they've made an intro video and the course description is here. So you need to watch the video and just get a sense of what the course is about. So it's an important part of the process. Please do this, and the AP process page is gonna be linked to the guidance page. For AP classes, your placement will be announced on May 6th. Okay, and the AP courses have summer work, so the new students, you do need to check your BFA email because a teacher will be communicating you via your BFA email, and some teachers will make Google Classroom and they're going to invite you to this. So once you do get your BFA email, I would say get into the habit of checking it more regularly. And again, the AP Readiness Eval is due March 19th. So please mark that on your calendar. Step 3 of the course request is right now everyone is in their current school term. So whenever you finish your term, whether that's May, June, or maybe July, you need to submit the final transcript of that school year to us, to your guidance counselor. So please send it to us when you finish your school year. After that, your schedule will be published. This will be on PowerSchool, will be published over the summer. So once that is published, we'll make an announcement and you can go check what classes you have. And then you know what classes you'll take in the new school year. If you do want to change it, I have that question being answered in the FAQ, so please hold on. Step 5, after that, we'll see you during New Family Orientation, which is August, I believe it was 27th. So just a recap of the course request. Number 1, you have to make a course request, which is a form that you have to fill out by March 19th. The AP Readiness Eval is also due March 19th. The second is filling out the readiness evals, okay? Everyone does a math, which will be sent on April 7th and due April 11th. And for foreign language, if you're applying for level 2 or higher, you need to do that, okay? The AP Readiness is the only evaluation that's due in March, not April. Once your semester or your school year is finished, you need to submit your final transcript to your guidance counselor. So just email them the file or the PDF. After that, during the summer, your schedule will be published on PowerSchool, so you need to check on that. And lastly, we'll see you in person when you do come to the new school year. Some FAQs from new families. First is the course request is a request, not something that you're guaranteed to get. So it's not a course selection because there's lots of variables that affect the courses. So if there's a conflict or it doesn't work with your schedule, so it needs to change. So again, please know that whatever you do fill out on the form, it's a request. Second, this is a collaborative endeavor, meaning it's not just guidance, but it's guidance, the parents, and also the students do this together and make it. So it doesn't happen all in one day. It does take steps and a process, and it will take maybe at least a couple of weeks to a couple of months. But the conclusion is we'll have your schedules built by the time you come to BFA. If there is a problem with your schedule, let's say over the summer you open your PowerSchool and you say, oh, like Maybe you did not request this, or you see something like you have two study halls instead of one. At the beginning of the school year, there is I think 3 to 5 day window where students could actually do add drop, meaning they can change it. So do not worry when you get the schedule. It's not final until the last day of the add drop period. Please note that if you're an underclassman, grade 10, 9 or 11, grade 9 or 10, there's little choices for electives. Please know that as you go up higher, you'll have more window to select courses based on your interests. So yes, it's natural for underclassmen to not have many choices. But if you're a junior and if you're a senior, you're probably like more than 5 or 6 spots where you can fill it out with courses that you like. And lastly, how do I frequently asked question from new families is I want my child to do music lessons or private tutoring. If you're interested in doing that, please contact Mr. Mike Hill from the Fine Arts Department. Here's his email. You can ask what instrument you're interested in, and obviously sometimes this will determine based on the student's schedule. So if you want more information, please contact Mr. Hill. And also, I know this video, it's like 30 minutes long, and you still have questions and you're still unsure, or you have questions about how the credits were transferred or not transferred, you can always contact us. Here's our email based on the last names. Also, on our Calendly scheduling link, you'll have a event called Zoom meeting. So if you actually want to talk in person, sometimes that helps more than email. You can schedule a call, and we're happy to hop on Zoom and actually explain whatever issue you have with course request. So just to end one more time with the timeline, March 19th, that's the deadline for our course requests and AP evals. After that, April 7th, we'll send out the math and foreign language evals. And on the 11th of April, those are the math and foreign language evals are due. Okay, so thank you very much for watching, and we hope to see you more. And feel free to reach out to your guidance counselors if you have any questions. Okay, thank you. Have a great day. Bye-bye.